Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See. Oh, everybody. I didn't get to sleep until 3 a.m. Oh, I'm listening to this. Hold on. I'm just watching. I'm watching the world leaders. Welcome to the world leaders. Well, sorta. Sorta, maybe, kinda. Oh, them on the wrong set. Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on. Hold on just a minute. Holy moly. Good morning, Easily. Oh, thank you. Everybody did such a beautiful job. I was so overwhelmed. It was so great to see everybody out. Hold on, I'm sorry, I fucked this up. I thought it was going to be all smooth and suave rico. But I was wrong. I'm not going to be smooth and suave rico. Anyway, good to see you. Hello, darling. Oh, my dear, I hope the family is well. Your beautiful growing family. I hope it is well. They are well. I don't know who that guy is. That's some guy. This is a G7 arrivals. I don't know where the chat is. I'm not ready. I didn't get to bed until 3 a.m. So tired. And it's just because I was listening to music. It wasn't because I was doing something like really special. What's going on? Bleh. Bleh. Bra, bra. Anyway, happy Monday. Hi. How are you? Sorry I'm late. Yep, had everyone for ribs and brisket. Yum. Oh my gosh, yum. I am pretty well, I am wiped out. The good news is yesterday I took it really slow, but I did do laundry. Oh my God, you guys, I did laundry. I'm really proud of myself. I don't do very much all the time. I mean, it takes a minute. Turn these guys down because they're bugging me. Um, yeah. So yesterday I slept a little bit. I didn't sleep a lot because I don't sleep in the morning. Like I wake up in the morning pretty much regardless. Anyway, so slept in. Then I got this weird burst of energy in the middle of the day. And when I get that weird burst of energy, I got to go with it. I got to get as much done as I possibly can. So I did a little cleaning and then I did some laundry, which was far overdue. Oh my God. And then for some reason, I thought I was tired. I went to bed at a normal time. Then shit, man, I just could not get to sleep. Your body just can't get to sleep. Anyway, so I put on some music in my ears, and that was good. And I guess that probably helped. But then it was like 3 a.m. the last time I looked at the clock, and I'm like, okay, this is not good. You can't do this. This is not how it works. Anyway, really happy to see everyone. I know it does sound delicious. Exactly, Jane. I'll be by for leftovers. Anyway, ah, so good to see everybody. So good to see everyone. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, all the love. Can you feel the love tonight? I can't do everything. I can't do everything. Oh, anyway, anyway, I love you guys. Hey, welcome to Wake and Bake. Oh, Wake and Bake. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm sorry. So one of the problems with my arthritis is it settles in different parts of my body, and one of the areas it settles in is in my hips. These hips don't lie, but they do cry. Anyway, so my hips are very achy. So forgive me. I should probably do like, oh, I should probably exercise. I'm going to exercise. Anyway, welcome to Wake and Bake. I'm Lolo. No, don't let him in. Don't let him in. Close the door. Close the door. Sexy Europeans in Canada for a couple days. Hell to the fucking yeah. Oh, Jane, you and I have got a lot of eye candy too. Never mind. Fall. I'm sorry. I don't care. Fall. You will fall. You will fall. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Oh, I'm sorry, madam. Okay, wait. Whoa. Okay. Listen. Okay. No, I gotta go back. What is it with the white suits? What's wrong with you people? Hold on. Let me. Okay, look at. All right. I'm sorry, lady. I love you. I think you're the governor of something, and I think you're very a baseball. No, that entire flesh bag is not appropriately. Come on now. What's on DJT's? You know who it? You know what it probably is, Neil. Oh, let me tell you what it probably is, Neil. It's probably an ad for Eric Trump's new phone. That's right. The Trumps are introducing a mobile phone this morning. All right, so we're going to talk about that. It's so crass. Oh my God, there's nothing uncrass about it. So, but can I just? I'm not going to shit on this lady because I think I have a lot of respect for her. I think she's married someone. I think she's the governor of something, which I guess is the vice president. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I know. Okay. What matters is that outfit. Okay? I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll bet it says make Canada the 51st state. That's right. Okay, Neil. I knew you were going to yell. I knew you were going to yell at me. Well, guess what? You're really going to yell at me now cuz I'm going to shit all over her outfit. Oops. Oh my God. Anyway. No, Neil, you should. Neil, I would have been disappointed if you hadn't. No, I don't feel yelled at. Hi, Badger, I just got yelled at because I called Mary Governor the Vice President. Oh no, you know me. Oh, Neil, I don't spare anyone from the fashion police. I don't spare anyone. The Crown representative in Canada, isn't she a former minister of Aboriginal matters? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure what she is. I have a tremendous amount of respect for her. Don't get me wrong. The only thing I was going to say is, number one, the whole suit in white is, I don't know what that is. Is that now I'm going to probably be mad at myself because is the white suit an indication of the role that she's playing? Because maybe that's now if that's the case, I'm gonna feel really bad. So maybe I won't. But I just want to say really quickly that she's wearing two different shades of white. Okay, again, if it's part of the process, tell me to shut up. I'll shut up. I'm just not saying it's just not my combo. But if it's like a ceremonial combo, all right. I'll shut myself. White means she hates Trump. Okay, well that's something. I could get down with that. Does he know that? I don't think so. Jade, Mary Simon. I can't read. Simon. She was Canada's first ambassador for circumpolar affairs from 1994 to 2004. I just have a really dumb question about the hierarchy. So she is always around in state visits and stuff. Is that really her thing? Is like state visity kind of stuff, or is it more She's just always there. She's always around. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying she's always around. Neil's like, oh, God, what am I doing here? I'm sorry, Neil. I'm sorry, Canada. She represents the head of state, so she appears at state events. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Mary Simon. Mary Simon is her name. Anyway, I'm sorry, Mary. Now I feel really bad. Commonwealth stuff. I don't know. Okay. All right. Anyway, sorry, Mary. I really am sorry about that. I just was, it just struck me. I know. Ouch. Ouch. Always happy to answer sincere questions. Oh, good morning, Dean. How are you, darling? Is that it, Neil? Okay, well, ball, punch him, ball, trip, bang your head, trip, hit your head on the top of the thing, do it, bonk. No, okay. I was trying to I was trying to like I was I was trying to say a curse, whatever that is. What do you do that? Oh, here we go, Jane. Eye candy of the morning, number 1. I'd do him. I'd crush that. And okay, thanks. And I'd crush that. And he likes older women. And we love a guy that loves an older woman. Hell yeah. My aunt in Toronto used to say border people like me aren't true Canadians. Oh my God, Jane. That's terrible. I know, man. And I don't know how short he is because I'm not really into short. Like, well, at the end of the day, I'm probably not going to turn down Macron. Let's be real. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter if he's shorter than me. I'm not going to turn him down. Sometimes you get chuds on YouTube. Canada has a king? Are you guys stupid? It's true, Neil. Sometimes you do. Oh, Jane, even worse because you're a dual citizen. Oh, yeah, I bet. I bet. Oh, my God. Jane, that sounds so unfun, unpleasant to have to be, like, involved in both of them. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Yes, as you may or may not know, you probably don't. Mondays, we don't have a lot of events to center our Wake and Bake around, so I do have some articles I'd like to read to you. And I'm probably just going to take it a little slow because, frankly, I went to bed and it was like 3 a.m. and I'm really, 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 really tired. Oh, yeah, we've got a lot of Canadians, man. We represent. What in the hell is that? Oh my God, you guys, I seriously thought that was like a clown face. I literally thought that was a clown face. But it was a guy in Ray-Bans. Hi, Max Flower. Don't 90% of Canadians live near the border? Is that true? I didn't know that. And we have friends from Australia. That's right. Right now they're sleeping, though, because it's late. But we have friends that live in the future in Australia. GP is our resident Australian. And then we adopted Brent Allpress, who I also have a crush on. I have a lot of crushes. I'm a girl that is prone to crushes. That's the way I am. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Oh, is this the Australian guy? Is this Crocodile Dundee? Speaking of Australians, I know. Who knew Canadians were going to have such a moment in 2025? You guys should come out with a movie. You guys should Albanese, that's right. You guys should come out with a movie. Canadians, okay? You should really capitalize on this moment. of Riz, charisma, as the kids would call it, but it's Riz. You should really capitalize. Yeah. Hey, man, embrace the fad. Neil says, Max, yes, most live within 150 kilometers. Well, that's like 75 miles in the real world. Maybe 80. Most people live within 150 kilometers of the U.S. border, but that's mainly because of geography. Wouldn't it be because... Wait, what? They live there because of the geography? You're like pet rocks. Well, I think you better get a consultant and seize the moment, because if you know anything about Hollywood, no press is bad press, and it's time to really take it to your advantage. You just need a good spin person. You need a good PR. Well, actually, you don't need a good PR. We're the ones who need the good PR. Damn it. Yes, you have to know both. It's true. They don't want to live out on the frozen tundra. Is it really a frozen tundra? I don't think I've been much beyond. Okay, come on, guys. I don't think I've been much. Oh, there's Keir Starmer. God, they all look alike now. Do you notice that? Like Albanese and this guy, like they freaking look alike. They really do. So once you go far north, Canada is mostly rock and agriculture is near impossible. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. But you know what you guys got? You got those rare earth minerals or whatever the hell you have. So you got something. Why don't you come over here, Mr. Starmer, and meet all these people? Hi, I'm Judy. I'm Judy, and I'm really glad you're here, and I hope you get your head out of your ass and just stop treating Trump like he's some kind of fucking hero when we both know he isn't. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's go to the car. I gotta pee. Water. There's a big tap. Yeah, oh, that's right, Badger. You guys have water. Oh my God. Remember when the Nestle guy said he wanted to own all the water in the world? That was his next thing. That was a long time ago. I think he's probably dead now. But he probably gave that idea to somebody else. Max, my aunt snobbery is referring to people within a couple. What? Miles of the border, like 80 miles of the border. 80 miles. That's what for you Americans, 150 kilometers is like 80 miles. It's not. It may not be really, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like 10. Wait, what? Okay, good. You remember that. Okay, good. I'm not crazy. Well, I mean, you know. Anyway, bye, Kier. Bye. Why do they have to fly here and then get in a helicopter, a Canadian military helicopter? Why do they have to do that? Where are they going? Oh, 162 kilometers is 100 miles. 150. So, yeah, so I was about right ish. No, these things keep taking off. No, they're not all together. They're not. Oh, this is a repeat. Okay. Well, anyway, they keep taking off. It's not real anymore. Never mind. Anyway, good morning. Oh, good morning, darlings. A 10K run is 6.2 miles. That's how I remember it. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So, does that mean it's like, wait, 10 kilometers? 10 kilometers divided by 6, or is it the 6 divided by the 10? So it's, boy, why couldn't that be easier? Oh, the Nestle guy drowned? Thank God. Thank Jesus. God, one nice thing happens in this world. My God. Yeah, he already arrived. I just was watching boring stuff. That's all. It's in the mountains. What do you mean? What's in the mountains? Beauty. I know. I want to go. I'll move up there. I don't need to do anything. I was kind of hoping we would like, like become if we no, Neil, no. If you guys become like part of the 51st state, if that's okay with you, like I think that would be great, and I'd move up there. I'll tell you that right now. All right. Well, anyway, that was that. We watched reruns of Arrivals. How boring! Oh my God, we're so boring. Okay. So actually, oh, are they gonna show some G7 shit? Is it? Oh God, that's RSBN. Fuck them. Ba ba da ba da ba ba da ba 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 ba. La, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. All right, well that's okay. We don't think, but let me pull up these articles because there's some really good articles that I have lined up for us today. It's been very good. It'll be very good. It'll be very good. Canarxis, cananaskis. Is that like banana skis? But banana skis? Banana skis is near Banff. I would love to go to Banff. That's a good way. Oh, helicopter? No, we're not doing a helicopter. Fuck helicopters. I'm not getting in one of those things. Those things crash all the time. All the time. I'm not gonna be getting my ass in a helicopter. Oh no. No, my friends. Not going to happen. All right, let's see. Oh, I got stuff. What's this? Oh yeah, no, I don't want. No, okay, I don't care about that. There's a story about the thing being produced. You know, the fucking parade. I don't really care about that. Mm, 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 wow, I thought I had a lot more good stuff. Hold on just a second, and I'll be right there. La 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 la. Is that the right? Oh, that's what it is. That's not the way it is. I wanted to pick up the thing on the Eric Trump phone too. Oh my God, butterflies, was that the best? The terrible marching on purpose? I think it was on purpose. I absolutely think it was on purpose. Since when did Canada allow? Hey, Jim Nelgren, thank you for saying that. Since when does Canada let felons in? Really? What? Wait, what did Max say? What did Max say? 2/3 of the U.S. population lives within the 100-mile border enforcement zone where Fourth Amendment protections are interpreted more leniently. What? Hmm? Yeah, Jim, okay, I didn't think that was the thing. I didn't think you were supposed to let people in. I'm sure it's like some kind of diplomatic bullshit. But man, that just seems terrible. Seems terrible. Normal people just can't get in, even when they have good business in Canada. It's not cool. Come on, everybody, stand up for your principles. CBP claims authority to board a bus or a train without warrant anywhere in this 100-mile zone. Really? I did not know that. Wow. Searches within 100 miles of the border are more permissible without a warrant than those conducted elsewhere in the U.S. Wow. That's why Charlie Angus didn't want Trump there, felon. Yeah, exactly, butterflies. Wow, I didn't realize that. I don't know what's going on this morning. Well, I know what's going on. I didn't get to sleep until late last night or early this morning. Um. Okay, yeah. There's a Tina story I want to read this morning about Serbia. I always think of Disturbia when I think of Serbia. It's just because I like that song. The border includes a 100-mile radius of international airports. Jesus Christ, what's left? I know there's a lot left, but you know, like what's left? Okay, hold on. I can't do two things at once. I know. I love the colorful clothes she wears, and the and the way the na, 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 na. Oops. What? Oh, come on. Why doesn't the Internet Archive always work for me? I don't get it. I don't get it. Dang it. All right, Serbia Kushner. I hate you. Na, 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 na. Oh, but don't you believe it? That's not, I don't, nope, no, 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 no. Okay, that's not working. Damn it. I don't like it. Remember the old days when we had a New York Times subscription and we complained about it? Good old days. Dismiss, dismiss. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you then. I'm not going to do it. I'll find that article somewhere. Let's see. Oh, I know. Gil Duran is someone I wanted to look at his stuff. Oh, God, I hate paywalls. I'm sorry. I really fucking hate paywalls. I get it. People need to be paid for their work. I understand that. But my God, can't like people who are trying to share information? I don't know. I hate everybody and everything. Well, okay. Yikes. Okay, wait. Let me find him. This really makes me mad. I'm so sorry. I thought I was so much better organized. And then I lied about it. Okay, wait. Who am I looking at? Gil Duran. He had a really good, oh, this is it. The Frontier Valley stuff. Oh my God. I just feel like I gave birth. It took me a mountain of years to tell you exactly what I was thinking about. Okay, let's see here. Jane says, one of my neighbors was a criminal lawyer and used to tell me never give border agents any problem. Just yes or no, sir, and get out of there. They have too much power. I cross all the time. I remember hearing that from my Canadian. I have Canadian relatives, actually. And I remember hearing that advice every time we visited. Like, just say good day, blah, 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 and move on. Which I understand. That makes perfect sense. Let's see here. I know we have 1,430 some odd subscribers, you guys. It wasn't that long ago, Tom. It was or Jane. It was last week. Weren't we waiting for people last week? Crazy. I'm telling you, these weird algorithms, on YouTube. It's just like, yeah, we were so much younger then. We were so naive, so innocent. No, I'm telling you, it happens like that. You get a little burst of attention. Being downtown, I think, is one of the things that brought eyes, probably ended up on people's page. The vertical draws in more people. Yeah, the vertical. And you know what's been interesting? And it happened in West Hollywood too yesterday when we were trying to, was it yesterday? No, Saturday. When we were down in West Hollywood, every time we would try to go horizontal, the stream would drop. And the stream dropped every time I went horizontal on Friday when I was downtown. The stream would drop. The only streams that seem to stay up are the vertical. And I don't know why that would be. Like, what's the difference? It's part of the YouTube app. Maybe it's a YouTube thing. But I was having a hell of a time doing a horizontal stream mobile. It's like a bunch of bullshit. So yeah, we got a big boost from that, which is great. More people saw the information, and which was fantastic. That's all we ever want is just people to see information. Of course, I'm a ham bone, so I definitely want to be a ham bone, right? That's my thing. That's what I like to do. So I love people like paying attention. I know it's crazy. Crazy. Max says the term constitution-free zone is a characterization used by some groups, including the ACLU, to express their concerns about the broad powers claimed by CBP within this zone. Yeah, we never really have had, or at least of late, there hasn't been a significant conversation about what happens or the powers that CBP have. Yeah. Neil also says, and never argue. I once told a U.S. Customs guy I was traveling to see the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Mass. He told me, no, it's in Canton, Ohio. So he thought I was trying to cause trouble. Did you say, no, sir? I'm just confused. No, sir, that's not the way. Anyway. I do. I have to show you one video. I have to show you one video because I made it last night and some of you have seen it, but I thought it was really, really funny. And there's one part in particular that's really funny. And fuck it. I'm going to start with that because I'm really tired. Okay. Hold on. So I made this last night. Because when we stopped streaming, Bobo caught a bunch of just like B-roll kind of stuff. Yeah, no, you're wrong would have got me shot. Exactly. Well, I'm on my way to Canton, Ohio then. Thank you, sir. I had a boyfriend take me to the border in Arizona, so curious to see it in the South, and it was freaky. Machine guns, the doors that open or gate for the train were nuts. Great carnitas though. Yeah, oh yeah, the carnitas are fucking hot as fuck. Oh, good morning, Oomph. And international airports count. Really? I know, Teresa. Yuck. It's Monday. Fuck Mondays. Fuck Mondays. I don't like Mondays. I don't like Mondays. All right. I want to thank Hans Zimmer for the music. This came from the iMovie app on your phone. I took a bunch of clips and I put them in the iMovie app. I'm going to tell you right now, I understand. I hate Apple. I hate everybody. But I really enjoy the iMovie app, and I want to thank that. Sometimes inventions are good. Not always, but sometimes they are. Okay, so here's Jurassic Part something from a B-roll made on Saturday. Here we go. Ah. Why you guys should be the 51st Street. That's terrible. A typo? Oh, Jane. I don't know why this cracks me up. I'm sorry. That's probably really stupid for me to laugh at this. This is my favorite part, though. This is my favorite. Well, not this part. This next part is my favorite part. I felt very cinematic. Not this part. Not that part. I look really slim in that suit, actually, now that I see it. I know. Well, it's... Here, this is what's happening. Come on, Neil. Look at the slow-mo. Okay, I know. I'm the one, so... Because of Hans Zimmer. That's why, Oomph. Look at this lady in red. Boom. Okay, I'm sorry. It's because Hans Zimmer comes with the iMovie app. I thought it was so dramatic. It's like a theatrical trailer for Jurassic Park. The sequel. The sequel to the sequel to the sequel. Crossing the street. That's what we called it. Crossing the street. No, that's not what I called it. Sorry, I know that was probably pretty stupid and narcissistic, but I just wanted to show you that because I worked really hard on it. No, I didn't. It was on my phone. That music belongs in a documentary about the Archduke being shot. I think that's what it's from. No, it's from oh shit. It's from it's Hans Zimmer, who, makes a lot of movie music, but I guess he gave his music to Apple because they let you use it in iMovie. I don't know. I thought it was pretty weird. But let's go over some of the things that I pulled out for this morning. One is, this kind of struck me. This was, I guess this is just a Substack, right? What I'm reading, I suppose that's a Substack. I don't like these. If you're a Substack, just fucking, this is my Substack. Like, stop giving it a fancy name because you think people aren't going to think it's your Substack, but they are. Anyway, I thought this was interesting in the history of bullshit racist countries. Here we are. I don't watch the Grammys. I don't do any. Oh no, it's okay, Neil. It's all right. You're not being mean. Will Trump demand Canada be the 51st state in G7? I don't think he will. I think he's a little humbled right now. I think he had a bad birthday party. I think his birthday didn't go as well as he thought it would. Oh my God, we wanted to do this Super Sweet 16. That's right. We were talking about that on Saturday. Creating a Super Sweet 16 parody for Trump's birthday. That would have been great. Oh my God. If I were more talented in like animation, I would totally do that, but I'm not talented in animation. I could write a book about traveling around the world. I know, Jim, you could. I don't know why you do this. You should. You should write a book because you do have a lot of amazing stories. I'd read. Your wife should write a book. Sorry, Jim, but your wife is like legit. Like, she's a doctor. She's a princess. I mean, she's got all kinds of stuff. I bet her stories are great. So I just I'm not going to go into detail on this, but it really struck me as something that is really fucking indicative of where this country is falling. Not that I give a shit about the Grammys, because I don't. Or the Recording Academy. Yes. And a book of jokes. Yes. And a dad joke book, please. Hi, Peace Love. How are you, darling? So it says the Grammys add a traditional country category following Beyonce's win. The Recording Academy has made a distinct change in its country album category, a change that is raising eyebrows online among Beyonce fans, and probably a lot. It's certain. I am, and I am not a Beyonce. I like Beyonce a lot. I really admire her artistry. I'm just not a super fan of her songs, but that's just a me thing. But I just wanted to point this out. The Recording Academy has made a distinct change to its country album category. The 68th Grammy Awards will feature the renaming of the Best Country Album category, which will now be called the Best Contemporary Country Album. The Best Traditional Country Album will be a new addition to the award show as well. Social media users have called foul on the switch-up, claiming that the move was intentionally made following Beyonce's historic win as the first Black artist to win the Best Country Album at the 67th Grammy Awards for Cowboy Carter. That win upset some country music fans, with singer John Rich, who's a fucking MAGA asshole, branding the February ceremony as a clown show because he's a big fat baby fucking loser with no talent. Oh, wait, that's not in there. I added that. With singer, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. And the Country Music Association Awards completely snubbing the album. The Country Music Association Awards completely snubbing Cowboy Carter. Probably one of the biggest albums in Beyonce's career. So I just want to say that that's troubling and really shitty, Recording Academy. Really motherfucking racist and shitty. And why you would pander to the racist and the shitty people, and of course you probably are racist and shitty, but if you were not, and somehow you're just pandering to those people, you're helping to sustain systemic racism in this country. That's what you're doing. Yeah, it has to have a white guy. I don't know what Charlie Pride would think. I think Charlie Pride would probably take exception with that. But I don't know. He's not with us anymore, I don't believe. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's not. Charlie Pride was also one of the first highly recognized in the country music scene anyway by white artists. He was a groundbreaker in what was a white music industry, that portion of the country music industry. And Charlie Pride really broke traditions and everything, really advanced country music in that regard. And so it's just really gross that we're back here where we're having a conversation about, who's country enough and who's white enough and who gets to sing those songs. Which is, fun fact, all of that music is rooted in Black history. All of country music is rooted in Black history, period. So I don't know, come on. I don't know. It's really disturbing. So anyway, I just found that really jumped up. Oh, that's right. He passed from COVID. I do remember that, Teresa. I do remember. It's just a family tradition. That's right. Passing down from one to another. Passing down from one to another. Anyway, sorry. That's, unfortunately troubling. I'm sorry. We need to just kind of get the fuck over ourselves a little bit. So there's that. And then where's my Gil Duran thing? Oh, here we go. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted to talk about. I have not read this yet, though, so I apologize. I apologize. Also, I just want to make sure that you have something for me to. Where's that? Oh, no. Boring. Boring. La 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 la. Just making sure there's nothing hot. Glad they caught the guy who was gonna kill other people this weekend. It's so funny. Hi, Meowing Star. It's funny that there's just so much. I also want to read. I'm sorry, I'm a little all over the place. They did catch him. I also want to read Jim Stewartson's stuff on this guy because he found some of his Christian nationalism stuff, and I hadn't gotten a chance to read it over the weekend, so I might peek into that this morning as well. But the first thing I want to start with is Freedom Cities. Oh, Frontier Valley or Freedom City or something else. The hell? So this is something that came up on Gil Duran's feed last night. Oops. Come here. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna read Jim's stuff because I hadn't caught up on it, and I noticed he was catching a lot of flack for it online from all the Christian nationalists. So he must have been over the target. Oh, last night in the woods. See, I figured it was like the dense woods that were helping. Jim says Texicans came from Poland. That's how they ended up with the accordion. Oh, Texicana. Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. I did not know that. Good morning, meowing star. Okay, Gil Duran, one of our favorite nerds. Great writer on the Tescriel movement and the neo-reactionary noosphere booty bops. Hingamabobbers. Has this thread that I wanted to read. Okay. A company called Frontier Valley has declared it will build a new network state zone on federal land in Alameda, California. Yeah, Tescriel. Alameda, California, which is in the Bay Area. It's got people in it. Alameda has people already in it. It's already a town. Just so you know. But a company called Frontier Valley has declared it will build a new network state on federal land in Alameda, California. I wonder where it's getting access to the federal land. Below, a draft, quote, draft presidential executive order that would have Trump declare a, quote, national security emergency to permit the project. PR stunt or aggressive new phase. And this says establishing a national security innovation zone on federal property by the authority vested in me as president by the Constitution and the laws of the United States. And then it includes a bunch of citations. I hereby order Section 1 policy and findings. I think I need my glasses. I think I need my glasses. Okay. National security urgency. Intelligence assessments confirm that adversary advances in artificial intelligence, autonomous systems, emerging energy technologies, and advanced manufacturing capabilities threaten the United States' technological and military superiority. B. Need for rapid capability build out. Unless operational development space is activated within 24 months, the nation will lack capacity to field countervailing systems on required deterrence timelines. Site suitability rather. The 512-acre former Naval Air Station Alameda Point parcel is the only available federal property that offers the unique combination of contiguous paved surfaces, deep water frontage, secure perimeter potential, existing infrastructure, and immediate availability in proximity to the world's densest concentration of AI, technical, and entrepreneurial talent. Declaration of National Security Emergency. A national emergency exists with respect to domestic capacity for next generation compute paradigms, autonomous humanoid and swarm robotics, next generation energy paradigms, quantum computing, AI driven advanced manufacturing, strategic advanced materials, and other critical technologies essential to maintaining technological superiority. All executive departments and agencies shall act consistent with this order. So this apparently is a draft that is circulating. Gill says this is clearly a plan to help Trump This is clearly a plan to tap into Trump's promise to build 10 new corporate-run cities on federal land. But it seems like a strange way to announce it. This would extend Trump's emergency powers to create new tech-controlled zones on public land. This is Frontier Valley's website, which I might go to. The new zone would be run by tech companies. Where is this? Is this from? Okay, wait, we'll find out. What will be the governance structure for Frontier Valley? Okay, we had a Frontier Village in San Jose. I just want to tell you, hi, Lisa. I know, Lisa. I know, Lisa. That's why I wanted to read this. I'm like, excuse me, what the fuck? But like Frontier Village was one of my favorite places as a kid in San Jose. If any of you are Bay Area people, you might remember Frontier Village. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. Oh, no worries, darling. We just started reading this. Yeah, Frontier Village. So I'm forever, this is going to be conflated with Frontier Village. I'm just going to say that. And it's a terrible name. Oh, wait, Ruta arrived. They started spinning on us, Jane. I thought we were in a loop. They showed Trump twice. Okay, here we go. Frontier Village. What will be the governance structure for Frontier Village? Well, the sheriff's in charge. Oops. Wore my first pair of go-go boots to... Lisa, you and I had the same childhood growing up. I'm going to tell you right now. Yeah, you didn't get any ruta this morning, did you, Jane? Okay, Frontier Village will be governed by a leadership structure composed of America's most... I'm sorry, I can't read this with a straight face, although I better. Will be governed by a leadership structure composed of America's most accomplished deep tech founders and innovators who have demonstrated both extraordinary technical achievement and unwavering commitment to pro-human, pro-freedom values. Oh, really? So not robots? Wait, what? This governance model explicitly rejects traditional bureaucratic leadership in favor of individuals who understand what enables breakthrough innovation and who prioritize human empowerment over institutional control. Really? Okay, listen. Okay, we have a lot to talk about. Yeah, this is Alameda, California, where there was Alameda they had a, I don't know what, I guess it's a base. I don't know what the technical term was for Alameda, but it's bad. It's bad. But I remember it was some kind of military installation or Navy or something like that. Naval, thank you. Naval Air Station. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. So I remember Alameda's huge. It has a huge thing. But this is, yeah. So Frontier Village. Okay. The details will be disclosed as a later date. They're coming with the health plan that he's replacing. Okay. Just never mind. Startup seeks Trump AI emergency for California tech city. All right, we'll read this. This is his. The Baroness says no. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, I kind of want to check out their website before we go to the new Silicon Valley. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, Naval Air Base. Oh my god. Oh my god. Reserve your spot. What the fuck? A new special regulation zone for accelerating frontier technology. 2.5 miles from San Francisco, larger than south of Market, which is an area in San Francisco. Federal jurisdiction, so not state. Oh my god. I'm freaking out right now. Yikes. Maybe the lounge will show Ursula von der Bar's arrival. Von der Bar. Yes, I did, Jim. Yes, I did. And my question is, Mike Flynn also had a phone. And then remember the Freedom phone? That guy blocked me right away. The Freedom phone. Remember that? Welcome to Westworld. Yeah. They're not under state jurisdiction, although it's a city, it's property that is in California, but it's not going to be under the jurisdiction of California. Now, I understand that maybe a naval air station isn't either, but this is not a naval air station. This is a Starbucks. Oh yeah, I don't like the looks of that dude either. Why in the world? Oh, opening Q4 2025 pending admin approval. I want to go away. What the fuck is this? Wait. I need to see. I need
America, it's time to wake up and to fight. We are out of time. Human-level physical AI is likely just 10, maybe even 5 years away. It will be the most consequential tech that we will ever develop by far. easily unleashing centuries worth of typical technological progress in a
Wait,
matter
is that
of
him
years.
talking?
If we wake up, get our act together, and nail this critical window of human history, we will solve the vast
Wait, are you
majority
talking?
of today's
Oh,
problems
you are.
like that.
Oh, okay,
But if we
wait.
fail to rise to the occasion right now, then China will crush us, and that will be the end of America as the world's greatest superpower.
What is happening right now? What is happening right now? What is happening right now? What is wrong with his neck? What is wrong with his head? What is wrong with his suit? I don't even understand what's happening right now. But okay, we're gonna.
We are officially out of time to continue tolerating any amount of backwards institutions,
Why is your hands like
bureaucracy,
that?
regulations, and stupid culture wars.
You're a
The
douche.
solution is not to try.
And stupid culture wars. This guy is a white supremacist Nazi. Oh no, he's real. I don't know what his name is, but this is like the insurance agents. This guy reminds me of insurance agents I met when I was working in brokerage. So to me, he's like the dumb guy in Silicon Valley, which there's plenty of them. That's a weird neck. Yeah, there's something wrong. Maybe he works on it. Maybe he works on it between leg day and arm day. I know. What the fuck is that shirt? Does he own an iron? Does he own an iron? Does he own an iron? Sir, you're a bazillionaire. You have robots licking your toes. Bonhoeffer says you can't win a culture war against stupid with reason. Oh, man. The solution is not
Try to fix these broken, irredeemable aspects of modern society.
irredeemable.
The solution is to build anew. And here is what we are building. Introducing Frontier Valley,
Village.
an entirely new, independent, massive jurisdiction for accelerating frontier tech, located right here in the heart of Silicon Valley, just 2.5 miles away from San Francisco's downtown district.
Are
you
you
can see
even
the
from
skyline
California?
right there. This is where Frontier Valley, a wholly new, self-contained Silicon Valley 2.0, will be built. This is the Manhattan Project of our time. At a high level, this new jurisdiction will have 5 core advantages.
It's the Manhattan Institute of our time. What could go wrong? I don't know. I don't know about. This looks like a man who smokes his own balls. Oh no, smokes his balls. Or suns them, puts them in the sun. Jim, Lolo said something about a Trump phone. Yes. So the Eric Trump actually announced that they're doing a phone. And my question, I have a lot of questions about the phone because Mike Flynn has a phone. And then that other douchebag who came out like in 2020 or 2021 with a Freedom phone. I think they're all connected in terms of like someone just bought someone else's technology. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if Eric Prince is using Mike Flynn's phone. I don't know. What is that Patriot phone? I think he has, yeah, he did. I heard him this morning. I heard Eric Trump this morning. He's an idiot. Eric Prince had one with a burnt screen. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Eric Prince. I think they're both the same. I think Eric Prince and Flynn were together on that. I could be wrong. I'd have to talk to Gal or Tina about that, or maybe Clayberg would know. But yeah, I can't remember now. We'll look that up. We'll definitely look that up. But yeah, first we're gonna listen to this. Gosh, I don't know. What would you call him? Like a spatula? He's kind of shaped like a spatula with a lump on the end. I'm not sure. Truth Mobile, is that the name of the phone? The Pocket Palantir. Get yours today before it gets you. I got my Pocket Palantir. Where's yours? Truth Mobile. You know what? Say it long enough and maybe someday it'll be true.
advantages.
Stretch
Advantage
Armstrong.
Number 1, completely independent government.
That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Carla. Holy shit. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta find a good picture of him. Hold on just a minute. Hold on. This is it. This is the one. Oh my god. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. We should get a phone. We could get a lounge phone. Yeah, I have 2 coins. Thank you very much, Jane. I have 2 meme coins named after me. Ooh, aren't I special? The incels just love me. Okay, so wait, let me do this. Hold on. If I can see if I can make my dreams come true here. Hold on. Oh, what the hell did I open? What did I save that as? Oh, that did not work. Yeah, that's not a thing, honey. That's not a thing. Okay, never mind. Oh my god. This is too much. Oh. Then all files. There we go. Now we're gonna cook with gas. Fuck yeah. All right. We're getting there. I know. It's a little slow in the morning when mommy falls asleep. Okay, hold on. Here we go. I've got you. Because we need him on the screen for this. We can't keep going without it. So just hang in there. You guys are so silly. I don't even know what to do with you. Stretch. He's not one of us. Stretch. I love that song. Didn't we watch that movie? We watched Flash Gordon, didn't we? You know what I was thinking is we should watch what do you guys think of what I know you're not really getting an appreciation for his you're not getting an appreciation for the small size of Stretch Armstrong's head in relationship to his body, but you kind of get the point. I hope. Oops, we'll stand over here. Hi, Hag. Slard phone. Ricky Stanky. Who's that? We should get a phone. We should make our own phone. A Prince's cell phone was the red pill phone. He's got nothing in those underpants. I know, I checked. James. Hi, Carrie. How are you, darling? I watched Breakfast Club last night. I totally never realized how brilliant of a movie it is. It is a good movie. It's a very good movie. How about Flash Gordon? Wait, Flesh Gordon? I might have that VHS somewhere. I don't know. It could happen. Documentary night. Okay, let's listen to Douche Whistle. Hold on. Ugh. This is like the Walmart Stretch Armstrong.
From the surrounding Bay Area and the state of California. Advantage number 2, the most expedited regulatory code in the U.S. by far for accelerating deep tech breakthroughs that are critical to U.S. national security and technological supremacy. Advantage number 3, world-class security infrastructure for developing highly sensitive tech. Advantage number 4,
Advantage number 3, we're just a bunch of fucking assholes. So we're gonna do whatever we want. That's right. The most expedited regulatory code. Did we say regulations? We didn't mean that. He's not George Santos on steroids and coke and stretched out. I think it means exactly what you think it means, which is we're not going to have any regulations. Let the water pollution begin.
One-of-a-kind culture that is uncompromising in both its pursuit of the most ambitious
And you
moonshots
thought my
imaginable
music was
and in its
ridiculous?
defense of individual liberties. And finally, advantage number 5,
He didn't
an
even
ideal
get Hans
sandbox
Zimmer.
for developing a template for cities of the future, which are nearly
Robot
fully
people.
automated, AI and robotics-driven cities that truly enhance people's quality of life and sovereignty.
AI and robotic driven cities. AI and robotic driven cities. Yeah, total unnatural. He's a robot. And I don't know why you make a robot look like that. Oh my gosh, will children born there be citizens of the US, of a state? The master race. The master baiter race. That's what this is, Carla. Because the only relationship he has is with his hand. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. His mommy likes him, but he's only with his hand. I sat next to a girl at the bar last night, and she told me that she had discovered that you can actually buy. Oh my God. Okay, Jim. I think I've heard you say that joke before. All right. Okay. All right. If these federally run cities are so great, why doesn't this guy start up in D.C.? I don't know. Like the Bay Area real estate isn't expensive. I know, Grace, exactly. Right? This is all bad. Okay? It's just bad. Bad, bad, bad. Not an advancement. Not a more perfect union. It's going to be a little it's going to be the new workhouse. Yeah, not sure DC has deep water frontage. You know, to be honest, don't you guys in the Navy Yard, that isn't deep water. Maybe it's not. I don't even know. I'm not sure.
And those are the 5 key advantages that Frontier
Cool.
Valley will offer at a high
That's
level.
right.
Later on, we'll dive into each of these advantages in more detail. But first, let's take a look at the actual zone. So
What?
behind me is where this new jurisdiction
What?
will be built.
Democrats?
It's a flat,
How the
vacant
fuck do they know?
500-acre lot of federal land in West Alameda. And crucially, is the only large vacant plot of federal land anywhere near San Francisco. While the zone will primarily
Yeah, for
focus
good
on accelerating
reason.
deep tech breakthroughs, it will also be mixed use, including everything that residents need to live,
Residents.
work, and build.
There you go.
Here's what the layout and amenities of the zone will look
Here you
like
go.
at a
Here's
high
your
level.
amenities.
First, a 380-acre commercial district containing 3 million square feet of office space and 5 million square feet of manufacturing
Work,
and
work.
industrial space. This district will be home to hundreds of startups as well as larger organizations, enabling them to innovate far faster in the physical world than anywhere else in the U.S. Second, the zone will have a 120-acre residential section, which will include housing for up to 10,000
Housing.
residents,
There's
a half-mile-long
factory
downtown
town.
strip, and a giant 60-acre
Article in the
waterfront
Guardian?
park
Okay.
overlooking the bay. And third, the zone will have lots of other amazing amenities, including
That's a good question. What is it about a plot of federal land that makes it available? Hmm. This looks more like Songdo. I don't know. How's Songdo living up to its promise? I don't know that. I don't know about. I would like to learn about that. Traffic will be great.
many waterfront views of the bay, smaller park areas, and
Everything
giant
is
statues
stupid.
that honor the greatest
Yep.
innovators throughout American history,
What the
inspiring
fuck?
generations to come. Now let's dive into a lower level
have
look at the
statues?
5 core
We already have
advantages that we mentioned
statues?
earlier, which Frontier Valley will
Yeah, the
offer
bribe
to its
makes it
residents
available.
and to
Jane's
America
right.
at large. Advantage number 1, totally independent governance. With this zone being on federal land, backed by the federal government, we will have total independence from the surrounding Bay Area and the state of California.
What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Total independence for these morons. They didn't take an oath to anything, by the way. You know who did have the land before? The U.S. military. You know, people that take an oath to uphold the Constitution and the laws of the United States. You know that. These guys didn't take an oath to anything but their penile implants. Okay? That's it. Yeah, Alameda was one of my stomping grounds. I know. It's right near Oakland. It's a beautiful city. I love Alameda. I think this is ridiculous.
Avoiding the failures of many previous governance structures,
Oh,
our
thank you,
zone will be
Max.
led by America's most badass deep tech founders, who also crucially embody pro-human, pro-freedom ideals.
It's just going to be run by the badass tech whatevers. The badass ones. Pro-freedom, pro-human. What does pro-human mean? Does that mean not pro-robot? Because you've got a lot of robots in your plan. So what's happening here? What's really true? Really? You have to keep saying pro-human over and over again. Does that mean it's not pro-human? If you have to say it over and over again? Really? Yeah. Why would a doctor know my party affiliation? I don't know. That's a really good question, Oop. We're going to find
This
out.
governance structure will ensure that all decisions being made inside of the zone are being made by leaders who actually understand what enables breakthrough innovation and who are always acting with these core values being top of mind.
Really?
We will not be ceding any
really?
ground whatsoever to bureaucrats.
We will not be ceding any ground whatsoever to bureaucrats. Well, now, who's a bureaucrat in your mind? You fucking meth addict. Why don't you take a little more, and why don't you snort some Adderall off that pavement? This is about, now this is going to be into the indentured servitude realm of our failed democracy, folks. Let me tell you which phase we're entering. Oh yeah, he definitely eats Soylent. Let me tell you the phase that we're entering into in this next little drama, haha. Thank you, Gil Duran, for reporting on this. This is a promo video from a company that is trying to take over some federal land in Alameda, which is in right across the bay from San Francisco. And he basically is saying that we're going to have our own space and nobody's going to tell us what to do. But remember, the people who had that space before had taken an oath to protect the Constitution, blah, 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 blah. These guys have an oath to no one but themselves. Okay. Hag, we're going to read that. We're going to read the article. I'll link it, babes.
Advantage number 2, the most expedited code in the US for accelerating deep tech breakthroughs. By having the zone on federal land and by exercising the powers granted via a national security emergency. This special regulation zone will allow for the fastest rate of physical AI and deep tech innovation out of anywhere in the US by far, enabling us to blow past China in a number of verticals that are critical for ensuring US national security and technological.
Why can't we blow past China now? I mean, has anybody asked that question? Like, why are we not able to blow past China right at this moment? Because apparently we've already got the people, right? We've already got the people, the smarts or whatever it is that he's referring to. Pro-human, pro-freedom. We've already got those people. Why would we need anything else to blow past China? Are we not good at what's lacking? Are you telling me the regulations are lacking? You're telling me that's what your brains are regulated by the fact of you don't what I don't even get it. Like, help me understand it. Okay, great. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up. I'll pull up that link and put it in the chat. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Max. New rules. Oh my effing fucking fucks. Oh no 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 no. Extremely disturbing and unethical. New rules allow VA doctors to refuse to treat Democrats and unmarried veterans. This is literally in The Guardian. This isn't a ridiculously side note type of thing. Hold on. Let's get Stretch Armstrong out of the way for a second. Stretch, you got to hang in there, bud. We're going to come back to your doppelganger. Okay, hold on, and I don't know why it won't let me let me open my chat from there anymore. I don't even get it. Weird. Okay. Fine. That's fine. Oh, I love the colorful clothes she wears. I love the color. Ah, stop. Shut up. And the way the sunlight plays upon her face. Blah, blah. Yeah, Newsom. Wow, Newsom is really kind of pissing me off these days, frankly. Okay, here we go. Let me put this here. This is the VA article. Yeah. So take a look at that, Hags. There's the VA article right there, babe. Yeah, should help with the recruiting. Well, I mean, I guess they'll get the people they want to get, which is weird, but that's okay. This is what the world is. The world is weird now. All right, we're going to come back to that and read it. I am going to keep going with Stretch Loser here. Where did I? Huh?
Logical supremacy, including new chip and energy paradigms, robotics, drones.
Why can't you do that
energy,
now?
Material science, and more.
Why can't you do
Here's
that
a few
now?
quick examples of the specific regulatory advantages that our zone will offer. Environmental reviews for manufacturing facilities that take a few months instead of a few years.
Do we know who he is?
Permits for manufacturing lines, public robotics testing, and new materials that take days instead of months on end. And nuclear SMR approvals that happen in under a year instead of 6+ years. As a consequence of the zone's
We're going to build small modular reactors in your neighborhood. He has weird thumbs. He has a weird body. Right? He's no Ruta.
unprecedented regulatory advantages.
You, sir, are
Frontier
no
Valley
Ruta.
will become the new epicenter for Silicon Valley innovation. Ground zero for where the most bleeding edge frontier tech breakthroughs will happen going forward.
Ew. Did you see the acid? You see the acid wash jeans? I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, I grew up in Silicon Valley and I worked in San Francisco and blah, 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 blah. Okay? I worked in Silicon Valley. I grew up there. I have very deep experience. Gil Duran. Gil Duran found it because of the stuff we're reading. He has a great thread, which I'll also link the thread. Also link the thread. So here we go. What was I going to say? Damn it. Oh, this guy is not. I mean, he might be. I don't know who he is. We'll find out. It is fashion crime for sure. That's the ugliest fucking outfit I've ever seen. Oh, I'm so sorry. But let me also say this. This guy, I know Silicon Valley. This guy is not cool, even in Silicon Valley. Unless he's got a ton of money to get fucked with. Okay? That is it. There's no way this guy is popular. He's a wannabe. He's not even from here. He didn't go to our school. He's probably some fucking outsider from bumfuck wherever. And here he is trying to act all cool and suave rico, and he's not. Dude.
Ground zero
God,
for where the most bleeding edge frontier
is.
tech
That's so
breakthroughs will happen going forward. This is how we beat China. Not by trying to beat them at their own game of copying and efficiency maxing existing tech. No. We win by unleashing the full essence of what makes America great. By enabling quantum leap breakthroughs so momentous, they don't just render supply chains obsolete.
I'm worried about you.
They render entire empires obsolete. That's how we win. And that is what this special regulation zone will enable. Advantage number 3, world-class security.
Okay, I get that he wants to rule everybody because somehow he didn't get enough attention from his mother as a child. I understand that. I get it. I think we need his gesture. He does need to be in a rap video. He does need to be in a rap video. He might be from Vacaville. Grace. He's probably from Vacaville or Tracy. He might be from Tracy. I don't know. No offense. Vacaville's not a town that cool. Well, actually, that's not true. I love you, Vacaville, but you know yourself. Grace, that was brilliant. That was brilliant. A little bit of an inside joke for the Bay Area, but still brilliant. Yeah, Vacaville is where this guy's from. Dixon. He's from Dixon. Oh, it's worse. No, Grace, he's from Dixon. Not even Davis. He's from Dixon. If you know, you know. Okay, go Aggies.
The perimeter of the zone and the operations inside of it will be totally secure, especially with respect to the most powerful tech being developed.
Don't worry.
Complete with things like ITAR and ear
Look at how good we do
personnel
now.
Screening, full stack
Lake Scarborough. There you
and
go.
containment measures for the most powerful new tech. It is insane that the U.S.'s most bleeding-edge AI and deep tech companies are already developing their tech in a totally secure environment like this. This leaves them,
well,
their
don't you
tech,
think that's a
and
them
their
problem?
IP subject to being easily infiltrated by foreign adversaries. And likely, this has already happened. How
has our tech so far been taken by foreign adversaries? Okay, under what measures, right? It's been taken because of people, right? Am I wrong about this? This is our tech has been compromised because people compromise it, right? Not because the building isn't secure. I mean, I've worked in like Silicon Valley offices. We used to have some office space at the old Hewlett Packard plant or not plant, but whatever it is. And there is amazing security within those buildings. Like you can't just wander into any Silicon Valley company. Okay, you can hardly get on the campus. So that's a bunch of bullshit, the security. I don't understand why they need this. Sorry. I think it's the people that make it insecure, not the fucking facility, but I could be wrong.
With this zone, those risks become obsolete. Advantage number 4, a one-of-a-kind culture that is uncompromising in both its pursuit of the most ambitious moonshots imaginable and in its defense of individual liberties. Building on this...
Which individual liberties? Which individual liberties would those be? The one that you're constantly under surveillance because you live on the same island as your company? I know, right? I don't think it's even the G.I. Joe. He's not a G.I. Joe. He's like the most beta fucking cuck I've ever seen. I'm trying to count the surreptitious white power gestures this guy makes. I've seen 2, and this frame looks like he's trying to make 2 more. Get ready, because he will. How not to be a dork. Watch Silicon Valley videos and do the opposite. Any individual liberty is a moonshot for tech bros.
Zone's first
we're only halfway through
Frontier
this.
Valley will foster a radical culture that is orders of magnitude more bold, techno-optimist, pro-freedom,
Techno-optimist?
and pro...
What's techno-optimist? What's a techno-pessimist?
America than the surrounding Silicon Valley. In Frontier Valley, Elon-level ambition is the bar. In this zone, we will all-out pursue and achieve...
Elon?
All-out pursue and in this zone, we will freedom, pro-innovation, and pro-America than the surrounding Silicon Valley. In Frontier Valley, Elon-level ambition is the bar.
Elon-level ambition. So these guys are just a bunch of dorks, right? Like, come on now, right? Who's behind Frontier Valley? That's what I want to know. But we're going to get through this, goddammit.
In this zone, we will all-out pursue and achieve the absolute most radical deep tech moonshots that mankind can imagine and beyond. Frontier Valley will be the home and the birthplace of 1,000 new Elons, 1,000 new SpaceXs. Equally important to our culture is our unwavering defense of individual liberty.
Oh, but this is the part I wanted to hear.
This principle will inform every aspect of Frontier Valley, from its governance to its regulations.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to
incentives,
do that.
Social norms, and ultimately, the powerful tech that the zone will develop. Without freedom...
Social norms? Social norms? Whose social norms? Your social norms? Wait, what? Whose social norms?
freedom and individual empowerment being top priority. Transformative tech risks subjugating rather than empowering humanity. Frontier Valley will ensure that that outcome never happens and will always act as a force that truly liberates and empowers as many individuals as possible.
Not all individuals, but as many as possible. Okay? This is the beginning of every dystopian story. Yes. How will the moonshots help people? They won't. Are you a robot? Are you a billionaire? Yeah. Elon level is not a selling feature. Yes. Really, sir. 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 It will solve the emergency of international technological competition. Yes, exactly. It will solve our, with buzzwords and bullet points. Buzzwords and bullet points. Hey, that sounds like a country song. Buzzwords and bullet points.
Advantage number 5,
down.
the ideal
I'll just
sandbox
take the
for
chicken
developing
dinner.
a framework for cities of the future.
Now, can he sell you a timeshare today? Are you going to walk away with the keys to this timeshare today, folks? Are you? Are you? Are you? Are you? Doesn't it sound like a troll? Dork norms.
Which are nearly fully automated, AI and robotics powered cities
What?
that will truly enhance people's quality of life and sovereignty. Beyond
Really?
developing cutting edge
When the
robotics
robots
and
are in
other deep
charge?
tech in the zone, we will directly apply these technologies towards continually improving the zone itself, everything from its governance to its logistics to the quality of life of its residents. As AI and robotics, cutting edge robotics
I'm
and
sorry,
other
I've gotta
deep
hear
tech in
this
the
again.
zone, we will directly apply these technologies towards continually improving the zone itself, everything from its governance to its logistics to the quality of life of its residents.
Oh, so basically the AI and the robotics are going to be on a continuous improvement cycle, right? What is that? Continuous quality improvement, CQI or something like that, I've heard. So they're going to, the robots and the AI are going to constantly make life better for the people living in the city. Are there no
As
prisons?
AI and robotics
Are there no
continue to advance at a
workhouses?
clip, America and all countries
What about your police
will have
force?
to
Do you have a
figure out
police force?
how to integrate these new technologies into all aspects of society.
I
The
guess you won't
status
need
quo
them.
of our current governance structures and institutions will not remotely be able to adapt to the hyper-exponential pace of AI and robotics, and will be vastly inferior to systems that are able to successfully integrate these new
I know this
technologies.
song.
As part of this effort in our zone, we'll develop a framework for building and sustaining nearly fully automated residential communities from scratch, which over time will evolve to become entirely self-reliant and profitable, with its robotic labor force not only building and sustaining these new towns,
With its robotic workforce, not only building and sustaining these towns,
but also continuing to work beyond that to generate cash flows in perpetuity that flow back to its residents, all the while ensuring that human sovereignty and ownership are maintained throughout.
which humans? Which humans, sir? Which humans? Which humans? Yes, will Tang come back? We're going to give America everything they never wanted.
We believe that
you're
continually
lighting
refining this model in
change.
our zone
Okay, I don't trust a guy who can't light his own video. Okay? If you have so much fucking money and you can maintain a consistent lighting on your fucking video, what a loser. I hate this pitch deck already.
over time will be central
It's a
in
no from
enabling
me.
all Americans and all humans globally to transition to a post-scarcity world that truly liberates
Post-scarcity. Why didn't I think of that? Post-scarcity. Well, I mean, you guys, what are all the residents going to do then? Why do they have to live there if the robots and the AI are going to do everything? I have a question. Sir, hello, sir. Hi, sir. I have a question. Yeah, this is the first shallow fake. Yeah. But what? What now? What are the residents going to do if the robots and the AI are running everything and constantly improving everything? I don't get it.
rather than
Maybe he
subjugates
explains
humanity.
that.
And now, our call to action for the Trump administration. President Trump, Vice President Vance, the Trump admin at large,
Oh boy,
and
they're
Elon
getting rid
Musk.
of Trump, and
We
Vance
need
is
your
going to
help
step
now
in.
to actually make this happen. President Trump, in order to make this project officially happen, we need you to sign an executive order, which we've included the full draft of on our website. This order will reclaim the federal plot of land in West Alameda and will approve for the immediate
lost,
development
sir?
of Frontier Valley exactly as described.
Yes,
While you can read the full draft of the
lost.
EO on our website,
I am
here's a quick summary of the 3
lost.
key provisions needed to make this
Please
happen.
don't
Number 1,
hit me.
declare a national security emergency that's on the order of the Manhattan Project for ensuring U.S. supremacy in AI, robotics, and advanced manufacturing. And declare the establishment of this zone in Alameda in direct response to that emergency.
That's not
Number
where I
2,
wanted
transfer
to
the 512-acre
go.
lot at Alameda Point from the VA to the DOD, and then at Alameda do an enhanced use
sing with
lease
myself.
for Frontier Valley's founder-led governance structure, the same model that SpaceX used to lease their federal lot of land at Launch Complex 39A. Number 3, exercise the national security exemption determination
I'm talking
under
to your
Section
mom.
7J of the Endangered Species Act. This will overturn a totally bogus determination that was made back in 2012 by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, which deemed the 500-acre lot that we are requesting into a nature reserve, which, as you can see behind me, is literally a giant lot of pavement with no nature or wildlife whatsoever and used to be an airstrip for the Navy. It is 100% within your power to immediately override this under a national security emergency.
Hi, robot.
And this
Will
is
it
the
vacuum,
mother
though?
of all national security emergencies. And with that, those are the 3 key provisions that are needed
We don't
in the
really
EO to
know
make
who
this
he
happen.
is.
And lastly,
That's the
we will
thing.
use your executive order to create
I don't really
not
know
just
who
this
he
first
is.
zone, but a template that will be replicated to create many new zones across the whole country, enabling us to beat China in the AI and robotics race and unleashing a new American renaissance. So please, sign this today, and tomorrow we can start immediately
Yeah, he's still
building
talking to the
a
president.
wholly new, decentralized
And his
Silicon
lighting
Valley
has
2.0.
completely
For those who
changed.
resonate with our mission and want
No.
to join Frontier Valley. Found
That where he's standing, Badger, is a closed naval base in Alameda, right on the San Francisco Bay. There's a naval base that I guess has been closed down. He has been sipping too much adrenochrome. That's it. You nailed it, Jane. You nailed it. It's the adrenochrome that's getting this kid. That's what it is. What was I going to say? So yeah, it's this empty. They hate Shane. They hate camera work. That's what they hate. Good camera work. But they oh shit, I can't remember what I was going to say. He's been sipping too much. The president's not paying attention at how unstylish you look and boring you sound. It's true. God, this feels endless, doesn't it? It's almost over, but it sure
technologists,
feels
startups,
endless.
research orgs, and
Ugh.
full-time residents. And to those who want to partner
Shade
with us to help
haters.
us build the zone. Real estate developers, government partners, apply now to
I'm still
express
wondering
your
why you
interest
couldn't just
at
get a new shirt. Like, don't even bother.
www.frontier.valley. The zone will initially have limited spots that will
No
be spoken
shit.
for on a first
I'm
come,
telling
first
you, it's a
served basis.
timeshare.
So the earlier that you sign up, the better odds you'll have
Buy
of getting
a
in and positioning yourself to reap the
timeshare.
most benefits possible from the zone.
I know.
And
It is
finally,
longer than
I'd like
the
to close
Shane
out with
parade.
the most sincere rallying cry and call to action that I possibly can.
Oh,
which
no.
goes out to
Sincerity is
everyone
not
who
your
resonates
strong
with our
suit,
mission,
bitch.
no matter if you're in tech, middle America, or even outside of the U.S. We wholeheartedly believe that this is the most important project happening anywhere right now.
Of course you do.
Not just for the future of America, but for the entire future of
I hope you do.
humanity.
It's your
And here's
project.
why. This isn't just about beating China. It's also
He
even
needs
more
to be-
importantly about
It's
imbuing
in the
pro-human,
GoFundMe.
pro-freedom ideals into the most
It's in the first
consequential
round of
tech
angel
that we will ever
financing.
develop. Human-level physical AI systems. Without that outcome, there is no point to beating China in the first place.
What?
In this
I don't
video,
get
we've
this.
outlined
Beating
a
him
clear
when?
solution,
How?
which we
For
believe is
what?
the most viable path forward for ensuring that physical AI systems
Yeah.
will liberate
This
rather
is
than
a-
subjugate the human race.
This is
But
an
this
MLM.
mission can only succeed with the full support of many individuals.
Whenever the
And
camera
any
shoots
one
from the
person's
side, the
voice
guy looks
can
straight ahead. I
truly
feel
make
like
all the
shouting,
difference.
dude, I'm over here.
Your voice matters. And in fact,
Do I get a
humanity's
free
most pivotal
dinner?
moments
Oh,
have
you get a
always
tote
been
bag.
determined by a
get
handful
a
of
tote
ordinary
bag.
people who finally decided to speak
one of
up
the first
and do
10
something
people to
courageous
sign
one
up.
day. And that moment for our era of history is right now.
Oh
So
my
we are
God.
asking you to fight alongside us
Fight.
in the greatest battle that ever has been and ever will be
Oh my
fought
God,
for
end
the future
already.
of the human race. So please speak up loudly.
I still
in
don't know
support of
what
this
you're
project.
doing.
Share this far and wide on social media. And most
No.
importantly,
After 13 minutes, sir, I still don't know what the fuck you're asking. I wouldn't even go to the gym this guy is advertising. Exactly. You want a 2-day pass to Disney. Yes, exactly. Let's get your request in. You could have a $50 gift certificate to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse or a free night at Frontier Village. That's it. I thought Frontier Village was an amusement park. There's nothing amusing about this, Jim. Nothing. Wait, is this his name, Carla? James Igalinera? James Igalinera, is that his name? Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, I can't even make it through the last few seconds because you're so goddamn boring. Go figure. All right, let's go back to why Gil Duran told us about this douchebag in the first place. Okay, let's go back. So we did that one. Oh wait, did we? Did we? Oh, maybe we did. Oh, okay. So this is Gil's piece on it, which I kind of want to read. So we're gonna close this one out by reading from what Gil says. All right, the network state comes to Alameda County. Why is an unknown tech company drafting an executive order to declare a national security emergency? Why? That was awful. I know. James Pinhead Igalinara. Oh, thank you for the clarification. All right. Thank you so much, Carla. Wow. That's what we do here. We do research and we learn things. You should try it. All right. The news. A company called Frontier Valley wants Donald Trump to declare a national security emergency so it can take over part of Alameda Point in the San Francisco Bay and build a privately run, AI-focused tech city. Why it matters. The project seeks to short-circuit environmental laws and hand federal land to a tech startup, an archetypal network state power grab. If the plan gains traction, it could become a precedent for companies writing their own rules on public land, testing courts, Congress, and California's ability to stop it. Yes, you can. You can do whatever you want if you pay people enough, right? Donald Trump has used fake emergencies to take over the California National Guard and deploy Marines to Los Angeles. Will he use the same strategy to create a new tech-controlled city in California? A company called Frontier Valley wants President Donald Trump to declare a national security emergency so it can build a new tech city on the site of a former naval air base in Alameda, an island city in the San Francisco Bay. The proposed project aligns with the network state, a cultish Silicon Valley movement to create new territories governed by tech companies outside normal U.S. rules and regulations. Yeah, I'm declaring a national emergency to turn Discord into cat gifs only. If you can't say it with a cat gif, then you're not saying it. On Sunday, Frontier Valley announced the project in a thread posted to X. The company's website features renderings of new buildings on the former Naval Air Station, Alameda. It also features a draft presidential, quote, executive order declaring, quote, a national emergency to create the project. The draft order, apparently created by the company, directs the Secretary of the Department of Veterans Affairs to declare the base excess property and transfer it to Frontier Valley. Most of the former base has been transferred to local control through the base realignment and closure process, or BRAC. In a video posted to the website, which we just endured, Frontier Valley founder James Igalinera described the proposed zone as he's the founder? Oh, well, this is not going to get anywhere. This isn't going anywhere. There's no way people give this guy money for this. Okay, I'm sorry. He can pitch deck it all he wants, but it's not going to happen. The proposal appears to, in the video posted, blah, 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 as an entirely new, independent, massive, independent jurisdiction. He said independent twice. For accelerating frontier tech. The proposal appears to, maybe he went to the Frontier Village when he was a kid too. The proposal appears designed to capitalize on Trump's campaign promise to build 10 new corporate-run cities on federal land, aka Freedom Cities. Trump, whose idea is clearly a vision of the network state concept, has called for different projects to compete for approval. Frontier Valley is clearly aiming to be a contestant. Your MD, yeah, exactly. Thank you, Carla. Your MDMA trip isn't a basis for government. That is so incredibly true. Yeah, can you say sea level rise and probably all kinds of nuclear waste? Because don't forget, one of the ideas here is that they have SMRs, small modular reactors. Now, without regulation, having a small modular reactor near your whatever it is you're doing, doesn't that seem like a recipe for disaster, especially with this douche whistle at the helm? I think so. I don't want that. The proposal, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go. The Alameda Naval Base Gambit. Frontier Valley's target is a 512-acre parcel that was part of the former Naval Air Station Alameda. The company describes the site as the only available federal property suitable for their vision of a special economic zone dedicated to artificial intelligence, robotics, and advanced manufacturing. It's an island, yeah. Frontier Valley positions itself as the solution to America's technological competition with China. It claims the new zone would unleash America's greatest talent startups and serve as the key unlock for the U.S. surpassing China in the AI and robotics race. The proposed zone would operate under what the company calls the most expedited regulatory code in the U.S. But Frontier Valley's approach, announcing plans for a new tech hub without local or state input and publishing a mock executive order, will likely meet fierce opposition. In a video message, Ingalanera hinted at a looming battle. So, we are asking you to fight alongside us in the greatest battle that has ever been or will ever be fought for the future of the human race. No, for reals, said Ingalanera. So please speak up loudly in support of this project. Share this far and wide in social media, and most importantly, push back as hard as you can against any and all resistance as this project will face. I mean it. Frontier Valley's proposed executive order would use presidential emergency powers to create new tech. I don't know. The most expedited regulatory code in the world. This raises pointed questions about corporate influence over federal property and national security determination. No shit. Thank you, Gil. Big question. Why is an unknown tech company drafting an executive order to declare a national emergency and build a new city? Frontier Valley's draft executive order would use sweeping emergency powers to bypass normal processes. It would invoke the Defense Production Act, declare he's never done that before, declare a national security emergency, and seek exemptions from the Endangered Species Act to fast track the transfer of federal property to private operation. What could go wrong? I'm really going to be dying. Yeah, and now if you'll excuse me, I need to go have my steroid shot into my butt. Grammar suggests it means a code made quickly. Yes, that's true. Grammatically, that's a very good point. Where Democrats will be recycled into delicious smoothies. I actually think that's what it means. I think you're right, Oomph. I think it means exactly what you what you said. It's just quickly drafted regulations. Oh my god. Oh, I don't want to play anymore. Oh my god. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. The former Alameda Air Base is a nesting site for the endangered California least tern, a migratory bird. The document also outlines a government-owned, contract-operated a GOCO model, a GOCO, that would maintain federal ownership while granting a private operator up to 10 years of control over the site. The selected operator would act as an agent and instrumentality of the United States government. Wait, what? Wait, what now? Wait, excuse me, what now? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? These corporations would be part of the government? Wait, what? What? How? What? 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 Okay. I'm going to read that again. The selected operator would act as an agent and instrumentality of the United States government, blurring traditional lines between public and private authority. Yeah, that'd be a hard no. These are workhouses, okay? Can I just, okay, people, It's a boondoggle. Now, granted, AI is here to stay, and we're going to have to learn how to live with it if we can. But this is not the way. This is not the way. These guys aren't here to help anybody. They're here to make as much motherfucking money as they can, and they don't give a flying motherfuck about anybody else. Everyone else to them are non-player characters. Everyone. The network state vision. The Frontier Valley proposal appears to be a concrete attempt to realize the network state concept popularized by tech entrepreneur Balaji Srinivasan. The former Andreessen Horowitz partner has proposed that corporations should operate quasi-sovereign territories with their own rules and governance structures. Last year, I wrote about Srinivasan's vision for the new tech-run territories in which Democratic voters, blues, would be purged from a future San Francisco by a gray-clad tech tribe, the Grays. Yes, that's, and they call him, I think they just call him Balaji. I think that's what he goes by. Balaji Srinivasan, if you don't know who he is, I would definitely do some reading up on him. He is a motherfucker, and his whole concept is this network state type of thing where corporations basically run things. Yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad. And think about it. When we read about network states in what, a year ago? When we read about this, was it a year ago? Maybe less. We were much farther away from this concept. But this is an entirely a situation that the this current administration would embrace. And furthermore, don't worry about Dump. He doesn't give a shit. Okay, this is a JD Vance thing. So even if Dump has a heart attack or falls down the stairs or whatever, falls out a window, drinks tea, whatever, which is coming. This is a JD Vance thing. So this is only gonna ramp up. And again, I'm not a technophobe. I'm into it. If there's technology that can cure cancer, do things like that, I'm all over it. But that's not what this is. This is an intention to take over and make sovereign the portions of the United States so that you can basically turn them into your factory and your moneymaker. And that means the people who live there are really your chattel because they're subject to the surveillance, which is a big part of the network state, is the surveillance and the control. So, a whole new world. This is bad. The way they want to do it is bad. Okay? Period. So now I guess we have to really learn. A year ago, we thought network states, that's silly. But we're going to read about it anyway because ha ha, hee hee. Not now. No, it's not funny. Now it's not funny. Now it's not funny because they're in power. They're in power. Right? So you can hate me all you want, but you're wasting your time hating the person who isn't building a network state to make your mom work in the factory. Okay? All right. Last year I wrote about Srinivasan. Oh, yeah, that's right. Ooh. Hold on. Ah. The network state is a concept derived from the writings of Curtis Yarvin. What do you mean? Curtis Yarvin? What do you mean? You mean this guy? This is the guy you mean? Let me just leave him up there while I read this to you. The network state concept is derived from the writings of Curtis Yarvin, an extreme anti-democracy thinker who laid out a similar vision in a notorious 2008 essay called Patchwork, a Political System for the 21st Century. Yarvin, who argues in favor of dictatorship, or monarchy, has long argued in favor of purging the federal bureaucracy through a process called RAGE, Retire All Government Employees, which directly inspired Elon Musk's Doge and probably Schedule F. The Frontier Valley proposal drew sharp criticism. Let me get rid of him off your screen so you don't freak out. Okay. Oh, the sci-fi story? You're so right, Val. You are so right. Do you You know how both profound and insane it is that capital interests are explicitly using national security arguments to accelerate the network state to carve up American sovereignty? Wrote political scientist Van Jackson on Blue Sky. The U.S. has always relied on dark frontier politics to engage in primitive accumulation, dispossession, extraction, and sacrifice when the market was delivering declining profits. The network state concept is a way to generate new frontiers to exploit and extract from. There's a great article in Mother Jones about the nonprofit organization that planned Trump's parade yesterday. It's the same organization that planned the J6 insurrection. Well, then we'll never catch them, so it doesn't matter. In Gallinera, the founder of Frontier Valley, also founded a co-living company called Hive, formerly Tribe, according to Crunchbase. A Clubhouse app profile bearing his name says his interests include long-termism. He's part of the new sphere, and except for I don't think he's one of the wise. I think he missed that part of it. You have to be part of the wise, and they're not going to think he's very wise. I mean, they might use him, but he doesn't seem like their type. Okay, long-termism, exponential technologies, especially AGI, which is the generative AI, right? Which is the AI that thinks like a human. That's my simplest way to put it. Power laws. I don't know what those are. Existentialism. Okay. And that means, kids should be able to buy fentanyl in the convenience store and let the chips fall where they may. That's what existentialism is for these guys. And psychedelics. Oh, probably not enough psychedelics, if I'm going to be honest. The handle associated with the Clubhouse profile at long-termism alludes to an emerging Silicon Valley belief system known as TESCREAL. What? The acronym describes a bundle of new tech ideologies that prioritize hypothetical future humans over present-day concerns and have been criticized for justifying extreme measures in the name of technological progress. Last July, in a post that went viral on X, in Gallinera declared his support for Trump. I live in SF, where it's a social death sentence to voice support for Trump. Yeah, you want to know why it should be a social death sentence, Mr. Gallinera? Because you're simping for an authoritarian felon who rapes women. What? Regardless, I'll be voting for Dump in this election, and I'll voice my support publicly and unabashedly. Social and financial consequences be damned. Listen, darling, you're not going to have a social life. It doesn't matter. You're going to have to continue to pay people to fuck you. That's the way it is. I didn't make the rules. You did. A spreading tech movement, the Frontier Valley proposal represents just one front in a broader campaign to establish network state territories across the United States and beyond. Network state proponents have proposed similar projects in Santa Barbara County, Greenland, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Greenland? One project, Prospera, we read about this, already exists in Honduras. In Solano County, California, a group funded by tech billionaires has proposed building a tech utopia called California Forever. We've heard about that too. Balaji Srinivasan, the main evangelist of the network state, has suggested that California Forever is also a network state project. California Forever is now angling to become a shipbuilding facility in response to a presidential executive order using logic very similar to Frontier Valley's. From a March 21st story in the San Francisco Chronicle, Rio Vista Mayor Edwin Okamura said on social media that he met with California Forever representatives, retired military leaders, would that be Eric Prince? I don't know, and county officials to discuss a shipbuilding executive order that President Dump is expected to sign shortly. Oh. Existentialism isn't philosophy for these guys. It's just a popular word to exaggerate and obfuscate certain risks. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. The network state will have a navy? I guess so. Last year, a group connected to Srinivasan announced plans to create a tech-funded city campus in San Francisco's Hayes Valley neighborhood, but that plan appears to have fizzled. Alameda, the test case? What makes Frontier Valley particularly shocking is not just its scale or ambition, but its timing and tactics. by publishing a ready-made executive order during Trump's early months in office at a moment when the administration is already abusing emergency powers in California. The company is betting that the current political movement offers a unique opportunity to fundamentally alter how the U.S. governs itself. Check Boston Rare Maps for Technocracy, Inc. from the 40s. Oh, interesting. Grace, I will. Where did I go? Oh, yeah. Frontier Valley would establish a precedent that any corporation with sufficient resources and political connections can write its own laws, seize public resources, and create quasi-sovereign territories. I don't think is Bondi supposed to turn over her devices to someone? I didn't realize that. Yeah, they want everything, the cradle to grave. And they probably only want the people they want in their cities. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if the corporation runs a city? It's almost like you're going to have to be hired in order to live in their city. Okay. All right. The draft executive order even includes provisions for replicating the model elsewhere. It envisions technology-specific zones across the country that could operate outside the normal democratic oversight. I just want to remind us that we read a stupid document called the Mar-a-Lago Accord, and here we are, however many months later, and they're trying to do it. Okay? Nothing is theoretical anymore. Nothing. Nothing is theoretical. Trust me. Being in Los Angeles after the last few weeks, nothing is theoretical anymore. Assume they're going to do it. The network state is no longer a theoretical problem. It's a live experiment in corporate power, and it's playing out in real time. Whether Dump embraces this vision of the tech-controlled federal zones, or whether Congress, the courts, and California itself will permit such a dramatic expansion of corporate authority over public resources, may determine whether the U.S. remains a democracy. And if you think about what is happening right now in Los Angeles with continued federal forces on the ground, okay, Los Angeles is basically being controlled by part of the federal government. And I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm saying what is happening around us now in the moment. They're stopping freedom of movement, okay? Never mind illegal kidnappings. Will Dump turn federal lands into testing grounds for a new form of corporate feudalism wrapped in the language of national security and technological supremacy? The answer may reshape American governance. Here's a 5-minute explainer. Gil! Hell yeah. Here we go. This is Gil. Whoop, whoop.
So Donald Trump has announced plans to build 10 weird new cities all over the country. They're called Freedom Cities, but that's like something out of George Orwell's 1984. These are zones where corporations will have all the power and the usual rules of democracy won't apply. Corporate dystopias designed to destroy democracy and give tech billionaires even more power than they already have. The idea for these cities is the latest in a strange new ideology called the network state, and it's crucial for the American people to understand what it is. The network state is a dangerous new vision of government that's gaining traction in Silicon Valley, one where tech billionaires replace democratic nations with their own private societies. And right now, it's threatening the foundations of American democracy. As a journalist who covers tech extremism, I've spent the last year tracking the network state, how it's gone from fringe ideology on the margins to the mainstream of tech culture. The network state isn't just another Silicon Valley buzzword. It's a blueprint for dismantling democratic societies and replacing them with privately run territories controlled by tech elites. And these people aren't just dreaming, they're actively reshaping the future of power. The roots of this movement trace back to 1997, when a book called The Sovereign Individual laid out a stark prediction. Cybercurrency would help destroy nation-states like the USA, paving the way for cognitive elites to rule the world. This wasn't just another forgotten tech prophecy. Peter Thiel was so captivated by this vision that in 2020, he wrote the introduction for a new edition of the book. The idea evolved through Curtis Yarvin, a software programmer who became known as Peter Thiel's house philosopher. Yarvin pushed the concept further, advocating for breaking up democracies into corporate-run city-states where rulers would wield absolute power. By 2009, we saw the first attempt to make this vision real. Peter Thiel began funding seasteading, floating cities where billionaires were going to rule without laws. Think of it as a wet first draft of what was to come. Then, in 2022, the network state took a giant leap forward with this man, Balaji Srinivasan. He repackaged and supercharged these ideas in his book, The Network State: How to Start Your Own Country. He offered two paths to this new world order: exit and voice. The exit strategy is about literally leaving existing nations to build new ones on private land. We're already seeing this play out. In Honduras, there's Prospera, a corporate-run city where companies write the laws. And when Honduras tried to stop this tech colony, Prospera's investors sued the entire country for over $10 billion. And then there's Praxis, backed by tech titans Marc Andreessen, Peter Thiel, and OpenAI's Sam Altman. It's a planned city for high-status people that keep shifting location. First the Mediterranean, and now they're eyeing Greenland. Coincidentally, the same land Trump once offered to buy and has threatened with military force. Now, in the US, Trump's proposed corporate cities would hand over American land to corporations to create their own mini-governments. But while these exit plans are concerning, the immediate threat comes from the voice strategy, using tech,
we're going to come up with our own compound
to capture existing governments from within. We're watching this unfold right now. Elon Musk has effectively bought himself the presidency, as we mentioned in our last video, and he's installed himself as CEO dictator while Trump serves as chairman. Musk brought in two of Peter Thiel's allies, Marc Andreessen and David Sachs, to take over government and remake it for them. It's the voice strategy applied to the ultimate prize, America itself. So, what's their endgame? And how are these new Trump freedom cities part of it? Let's start here. This isn't your grandfather's corporate lobbying. These billionaires don't want to just influence government, they want to become the government. They seek a system that protects their wealth, punishes their critics, and uses AI and crypto to make their power permanent. And having their very own new capitals to drive that power from is part of it. Here's how we fight back. Expose the playbook. Most Americans don't realize this takeover is happening. Share this information and help others understand the pattern behind these seemingly separate events. Support the watchdogs. Follow the journalists investigating this movement. I'll provide a list of key reporters and others covering this beat. Demand accountability. Press your elected officials to address tech fascism and the network state threat. Once officials speak up, media coverage will follow. Remember, Musk's assault on our democratic institutions is already deeply unpopular. When people understand it's part of a larger plan to replace democracy with tech dictatorship, they'll resist even more strongly. The future is being written right now, but we still have a choice about who gets to write it. A handful of billionaires with dangerous anti-democratic ideas, or we, the people. The network state and the corporate cities aren't inevitable, but stopping all of it requires understanding what we're up against. Share this message, and let's protect democracy while we still can.
Thank you, Gil Duran, exceptional journalist himself, really one of the leading voices on exposing what's happening here with our government. I also want to, let's see, what do we got here? There is a very good video with Gil Duran, and this is it, about TESCREAL. And Jim Stewartson has amazing work on TESCREAL and these guys and the Noosphere and the neo-reactionaries and all of the shit, all the technocracy and all the shit. So definitely Jim Stewartson is a great source for information. I'm also going to recommend this video, as you will see in a moment. I'm about halfway through it because but I'll link this video as well. All right, so this video is the Nerd Reich with Gil Duran. Great website, great YouTube channel. So again, I'll link all this so that you'll have it. I can do it right now, actually. But I found this conversation about TESCREAL also incredibly intelligent, a very good conversation. And it was with Reverend Otis Moss III and Dr. Emil Torres. And I highly recommend. This is it's a little in depth and it's a little heavy, in terms of that, but it explains TESCREAL and some of the philosophies behind this in another way. And I always find it helpful to hear multiple voices on similar topics. So I'm definitely going to recommend this video to you because I thought it was good. It was really interesting. It brings in religion, and it just is like, it's kind of interesting. Here we go. This is the TESCREAL. Bum, 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 bum. TESCREAL overview, I guess. All right. There's the TESCREAL link. It's really good. I do recommend it. It's about, what is it? It's about a little over an hour. But great. Good conversation. Really good. So hold on. Let me go back here. And let me go over here. And then, I did want to read this one. I am going to check the news too, but I wanted to read that article about about the, oh man, where is it? Oh, here we go. I wanted to read this article as well, a little switch of topics, but everything seems to be related. Extremely disturbing and unethical. This is reporting from The Guardian. Thank you to, oh my God, my brain is done. I don't know who recommended this article. Was it you, Jim Nalgren? I can't even remember. Or was it someone else, Butterflies? Forgive me. But this is about the Department of Veterans Affairs. Department of Veterans Affairs says the changes come in response to a Trump executive order defending women. Oh my God, I wish he'd leave us alone. Okay, can I just say I don't want him to defend us? Okay, here we go. Doctors at Department of Veterans Affairs VA hospitals nationwide could refuse to treat unmarried veterans and Democrats under new hospital guidelines imposed following an executive order by Donald Trump. The new rules obtained by The Guardian also apply to psychologists, dentists, and a host of other occupations. Thank you, Max. I'm so sorry. Thank you. I don't like my brain sometimes. Thank you, Max Flower, for sharing this, bringing this story to the lounge. The new rules obtained by The Guardian also apply to psychologists, dentists, and a host of other occupations. They've already gone into effect in at least some VA medical centers. Medical staff are still required to treat veterans regardless of race, color, religion, and sex, and all veterans remain entitled to treatment. But individual workers are now free to decline to care for patients based on personal characteristics not explicitly prohibited by federal law. Oh, he is? Okay, we'll go to that. Language requiring healthcare professionals to care for veterans regardless of their politics or marital status has been explicitly eliminated. Doctors and other medical staff can also be barred from working at VA hospitals based on their marital status, political party affiliation, or union activity, documents reviewed by The Guardian show. The changes also affect chiropractors, certified nurse practitioners, optometrists, podiatrists, licensed clinical social workers, and speech therapists. In making the changes, VA officials cite the president's January 30th executive order titled Defending Women from Gender Ideology Extremism and Restoring Biological Truth to the Federal Government, which is Nazi language. The primary purpose of this executive order was Nazi language, was to strip most government protections from transgender people. The VA has since ceased providing most gender-affirming care. So they don't give out Viagra anymore? Anybody? The VA, are they no longer prescribing Viagra? No? Maybe? Are they? The primary purpose, okay, The VA has since ceased providing most gender-affirming care and forbidden a long list of words. I thought they weren't bothered by words. I guess they are bothered by some words, including gender-affirming and transgender from clinical settings. I would like to know. I would really like to know if the doctors are okay with this. Yeah, we're going to have our own compound, Karen. We're going to. I'll put out the notice and you guys just come when you're ready. And you just find a place, put your little house down, and we'll figure it out. I don't want to surveil you. I don't give a shit. I don't want you to work. I don't want you to do anything. Okay, so in God, I can't even believe this world. Medical experts said the implication of the rule changes uncovered by The Guardian could be far-reaching. They seem to open the door to discrimination on the basis of anything that is not legally protected, said Dr. Kenneth Kaiser, the VA's top healthcare official during the Clinton administration. He said the changes open up the possibility that doctors could refuse to treat veterans based on their reason for seeking care, including allegations of rape and sexual assault, current or past political party affiliation or political activity, and personal behavior such as alcohol or marijuana use. The Department of Veterans Affairs is the nation's largest integrated hospital system with more than 170 hospitals and more than 1,000 clinics. It employs 26,000 doctors and serves 9 million patients annually. In an emailed response to questions, the VA press secretary, Peter Kasperowicz, did not dispute that the new rules allowed doctors to refuse to treat veteran patients based on their beliefs, or that physicians could be dismissed based on their marital status or political affiliation, but said, quote, all eligible veterans will always be welcome at the VA and will always receive the benefits and services they've earned under the law. Who's ready to march? I mean, who's ready to burn it all down? Okay? I'm sorry. He said the rule changes were nothing more than a formality, but confirmed that they were made to comply with Trump's executive order. Kasperowicz also said that the revisions were necessary to, quote, ensure VA policy comports with federal law. He did not say which federal law or laws required these changes, because there's no laws. It's an executive order. That's not a law. Yeah, just a bunch of tiny homes. That's what I want, Karen. You know, like it's like mutual aid. Like we just help each other out. I think we could do it. I feel like we could do it. Those views aren't relevant to caring for patients. So why would we put anyone at risk of losing care that way? Dr. Arthur Kaplan of New York University's Grossman School of Medicine. Until the recent changes, VA hospitals' bylaws said that medical staff could not discriminate against patients, quote, on the basis of race, age, color, sex, religion, national origin, politics, marital status, or disability in any employment matter. Now, several of those items, including national origin, politics, and marital status, have been removed from that list. Yeah, whose eligibility, Teresa? Similarly, the bylaw on decisions regarding medical staff membership no longer forbids VA hospitals from discriminating against candidates for staff positions based on national origin, sexual orientation, marital status, membership in a labor organization, or lawful political party affiliation, and that's in quotes. So it's a direct quote. Dr. Arthur Kaplan, said the rules are extremely disturbing and unethical. It seems on its face an effort to exert political control over the VA medical staff, he said. What we typically tell people in healthcare is you keep your politics at home and take care of your patients. Kaplan said the rules opened the door to doctors questioning patients about whether they attended a Trump rally or declining to provide health care to a veteran because they wore a button critical of J.D. Vance or voiced support for gay rights. Those views aren't relevant to caring for patients, so why would we put anyone at risk of losing care that way, Kaplan said. During the 2024 presidential campaign and throughout the early months of his second term, Trump repeatedly made threats against a host of people with whom he saw as his political antagonists, including senators. Sneeze. Okay. Senators, judges, and then President Joe Biden. He called journalists and Democrats the enemy within. In interviews, veterans said the impact of the new policy would probably fall hardest on female veterans, LGBTQ plus veterans, and those who live in rural areas where there are fewer doctors overall. I'm lucky. I have my choice of 3 clinics, said Tia Christopher, a Navy veteran who reported being raped in the service in 2000. Based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Christopher advocates on behalf of military sexual trauma survivors throughout the country. Under the new policy, some may have to register at a hospital in another region and travel more than 100 miles to see a doctor. It could have a huge ripple effect, she said. As concerned as they were about the new policies themselves, medical experts were equally worried about the way they came about. Sources at multiple VA hospitals, speaking on condition of anonymity because of fear of retaliation, told The Guardian that the rule changes were imposed without consultation with the system's doctors, a characterization the VA's Kasparowicz did not dispute. Such a move would run counter to standards established by the Joint Commission, a nonprofit organization that accredits hospitals. Kasparowicz said the agency worked with the Joint Commission, quote, to ensure these changes would have no impact on VA's accreditation. Oh, did you fucking force them? At its annual convention in Chicago this week, the American Medical Association's 733-member policymaking body passed a resolution reaffirming its commitment to medical staff self-governance and urges all healthcare institutions, including the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, to ensure that any amendments to medical staff bylaws are subject to approval by medical staff in accordance with the Joint Commission standards. Changes are part of a larger attack on the independence of medicine and science by the Trump administration, Kaplan said, which has included restrictions and cuts at the National Institutes of Health and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, where the Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services, RFK Hold My Dead Bear Cub Jr., last week fired every member of a key panel that advises the government on vaccines and replaced them with Dr. Robert Malone. The Guardian has early reported on a VA edict forbidding agency researchers from publishing in scientific journals without clearance from the agency's political appointees. Oh, that's censorship. I've read 103 articles. Wow. Die special. Well, there's that. All right, let me see if I can find Dumpy. I don't want to be... I want to, I don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. See if there's anything more relevant than that. Oh, Bondi is speaking. Oh, she's not there yet. Okay, fine. Bondi, she speaks. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, give me a home. Well, oh, okay. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry. I know we hate this shit. I know we do. Okay, babies, I'm so sorry. I know we hate it.
Welcome to Canada. Thank you. It's a great honor. Happy birthday. A few days.
Ew. Don't.
A few days
Arnie,
short,
don't
but,
be weird.
Didn't have a chance to see you on the day. Happy birthday to the U.S. military.
Oh, not cloudy all day.
50th, and this is the 50th birthday, if you will, of the G7. This marks the 50th birthday of the G7, okay. And the G7.
I think he's in real trouble physically, don't you guys?
And your personal leadership of the United States, many issues, geopolitics, economic, technology, and working hand in hand with the United States.
Yeah, why'd you help Israel start a fucking war and gonna kill us all?
The other G7
I don't support that.
With your leadership.
I don't want to get blown up because Bibi's a fucking asshole.
Look, I appreciate it, and we've developed a very good relationship.
Button your jacket,
We're
bitch.
Talking about trade and many other things, and we have a whole group of people. Some
looking
traders
really
and
elderly.
some other people. I see my top economy people, but we have a very talented group of people, and you do too.
Yeah.
And I know that
Mrs.
work
Beasley.
together very well. I look forward to that. The G7 used to be the G8. Barack Obama and a person named Trudeau didn't want to have Russia in. And I would say that was a mistake, because I think you wouldn't have a war right now if you had Russia in. And you wouldn't have a war right now if Trump were president.
What? 4
years ago. But It didn't work out that way.
That's
but
what he's
it
saying.
used to be the
That's his
G8,
message to the
and now
world.
it's, I
We
guess,
shouldn't have
what's
kicked
that,
him out of the
9 years
G8.
ago, 8 years ago, and switched over.
What?
They threw Russia out, which I claimed was a very big mistake. Even though I wasn't in politics then, I was very loud about it. It was a mistake. In
What?
that
You were?
you spend so much time talking about Russia, and he's no longer at the table, so
What?
it makes life more complicated. But you wouldn't have.
Oh,
had
he's
the war.
kissing some ass. Oops.
Other than
No, that's some ass kissing. I wonder if he got smacked down a little bit for coming on hard with Putin. I wonder. I wonder if he did. Yeah, let's throw Trump out of Canada. You can throw him back here. We'll deal with it.
that, I think we're going to accomplish a
He's
lot.
going to fart in Canada,
I
and you
expect
guys are
to, and
going to
I
be in
think
big trouble.
Our primary focus will be trade and
sorry.
trade with Canada, and I'm sure we can work something out.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so much. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, I'm in up a deal with Canada.
How close are you
Say it.
What is holding up a deal with Canada from your perspective?
It's not so
That
much
good.
holding up. I think we have different concepts. I have a tariff concept, and Mark has a different concept, which is something that some people
A free
like.
trade concept?
But we're going to see if we can get to the bottom of it today. I'm a tariff person. I've always been a tariff.
No,
It's
you
simple,
haven't.
It's easy. It's precise.
Oh, my God.
And it just goes very quickly. And I think Mark has a more complex idea, but also very good. So we're going to look at both, and we're going to see what we're going to come out with something, hopefully.
Do you think a deal is achievable within days, within weeks? Is there that kind of runway?
Yeah, it's achievable.
Of course he's going to say yes.
Yeah, sure.
Fucking journalist.
Have you heard any signals or seen any messages from intermediaries that Iran wishes to de-escalate the conflict?
Yeah,
What have you heard? What have you
heard?
from the Iranians?
they'd like to talk, but they should have done that before.
They did.
I had 60 days.
They did. They did. Here's what I'm going to say about Israel and Iran, okay? A few weeks ago, Dumpy McDumpster Fire here with his fupa went to the Middle East, came home chock full of cash and prizes, okay? And a week later, in the midst of talks between his whatever envoy, Witkoff, Mr. Compromised Witkoff, within a week of that, instead of continuing the talks, which were going, they enabled Israel to go ahead and bomb Iran. Because Bibi is a war criminal, and it's not enough for him to do a genocide to the south of him. He wants Syria, and he wants Iran. And guess what? The Saudis, I guess the King Saudi guy, has had beef with Iran and their leadership for decades. So it's not about that. So right now, Israel, because they're fucking colonizing bitches. Sorry, not sorry. This is far beyond their own just like self-identity and shit like that. This is genocide, and now escalating us, all of us in this world, into a fucking potential nuclear war. I don't support that. Our government apparently does, because I read yesterday that there are actually American troops involved in this. And I don't know if that's gotten enough airplay, but this seems very wrong that we have entered into a war that we did not choose to enable Bibi. I can't tell you how fucking angering it is that Bibi Netanyahu would be allowed to put all of us at risk for his own personal bullshit war criminal games. And I hate them all. I hate this guy. I hate Bibi. I hate the Saudis. I hate the Qataris. I hate all of these people. This is such a fucking boondoggle. I don't want this war. You guys need to fucking deal with people and stop trying to blow them off the face of the earth. And don't give me this bullshit. Iran wants to blow Israel off the face of the earth. Yeah, I get it. There's a lot of people that want to blow each other off the face of the earth. That's not an excuse for unilateral bombing. Oh, and by the way, and I wondered about this. Bibi, by shooting all these motherfucking missiles and shit, now invites the Iranians who have then shot into his country. Oh, and guess what? That little bitch dome that he's got, well, it's not really working, is it? Because people in his country are being killed. So he's using his own country as a human shield for his greed and his trying to escape from accountability for his war crimes. Because he's just like this guy. He's got crimes. They're multiplying. And he does not want to be shot in the head by people that don't like him. So just like this guy, he's going to do whatever he can to detract and create as much damage, I guess, and take us all down with him. I do not support Israel's right to do this because it involves everyone. So get the fuck over yourselves, Israel. Stand up to your leadership. Fucking idiots. I'm done. I'm done with all these motherfuckers who use religion or whatever they use as an excuse to kill other people. Yeah, I get it. The Iranians or whatever. I get it. I'm not really, I'm not on anybody's side. I'm on the side of fucking humanity and the fact that we shouldn't let these men put all of our lives at risk over their nuts. Okay? That's it. I'm so angry. And don't anyone stand up for this action to me. One guy tried on Blue Sky and I'm like, go away. Go away. Iran was going to bomb you in the middle of talks with the United States on ending their nuclear program? Really? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you for supporting Bibi Netanyahu, you fucking war criminal. Can't wait to see that guy in fucking ICC custody. Put him with Duterte. Yeah, more or less 7 billion people don't want any of this, including Iranians, including probably some Israelis, which is great. Where are you? Honest to Jesus. Get a grip, people.
Days, and they had 60 days, and on the 61st day I said, we don't have a deal. They have to make a deal, and it's painful for both parties, but I'd say Iran is not winning this war.
They didn't ask for this war. They were in negotiations with you.
It's too late.
And what would you say, in your opinion,
Wait.
what would it take?
So now now it was a matter of 60 days and we were on the 61st day. Is that the first? That's the first I've heard of that. That's why we let Israel bomb them unilaterally? Really? Because it was the 61st day? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't even care how you feel about Iran. I don't care. This is stupid. And if you don't think it's stupid, then you're stupid.
For the U.S. to get involved in this conflict militarily?
They are.
I don't want to talk about that.
They are, because they are already involved. I got to find that story. Hold on.
Do you think that he should have a seat at the G7 today, that it should be the G8?
I'm not saying he should at this point, because too much water's gone over the dam, maybe. But it was a big mistake. Obama didn't want him, and
What?
The head of your
They
country,
invaded a
the crown
sovereign
head of your
country,
didn't
bitch.
want him. This was a big mistake.
Fuck
You
you.
wouldn't have that war You know, you have your enemy at the
Fucking guy.
table. Even I don't even consider him. He
You know, I don't want
wasn't
JD
really an
Vance, but I
enemy at that
really
time.
don't want this
There was
guy.
no concept. If I were president, this war would have never happened.
Oh, fuck off.
But likewise, if he were a member of the
Yeah,
what
because
was
of the
called
P
the
tapes.
G8 at that time, it was always the G8. You wouldn't have a war right now.
Why not?
What intelligence support are you providing Israel?
We've always supported Israel. We have for a long period of time, strongly, and Israel's doing very well right now.
Why not have China as the G8? Why not have China here, the biggest economy in the world after the United States?
Well, it's not a bad idea. I don't mind that. If somebody wants to suggest China, come.
Yeah. Somebody wants to suggest China. That's a great idea. All right. This is from, I'm going to put this on. Hold on. This is Defense News. DefenseNews.com. U.S. helps defend Israel from Iranian missile attack. We're already helping, okay? The U.S. military helped defend Israel from Iranian-fired missiles Friday, a day after Tel Aviv launched a massive air attack unilaterally on Iran's military leadership and nuclear program, putting us all in danger. A U.S. defense official who confirmed the news did not say what American assets were used and how many interceptors were required. Earlier in the day, U.S. European Command deployed 2 destroyers. A bug in here. Deployed 2 destroyers in the eastern Mediterranean Sea ahead of the attack, which could help defend against guided missile strikes, another defense official said. And they spoke on condition of anonymity. On Thursday, without U.S. assistance, Israel targeted senior Iranian military leaders and scientists involved in Tehran's nuclear program in massive airstrikes across the country. Tel Aviv called the attacks preemptive strikes on Iran's nuclear program, which had accelerated despite the Trump administration's attempts to negotiate a deal and avoid such a confrontation. Well, you know, President Trump urged Iran to keep pursuing negotiations hours before the retaliatory. Sure, they did. Sure, he did. Fuck off. He did not. Bullshit. I gave Iran a chance after chance to make a deal. Fuck this guy. So basically, if you don't make a deal with us, we're going to bomb the fuck out of you. Good morning, gal. Yeah, ask him whether Prospero should. He is an ass. That's the only place his mouth is, his anus. He has an anus mouth. Right below his mangina neck. Yeah, we just read this. Oh my God, gal, oh my Lord. No, I know you've been doing, no. Oh my God, no, gal. Yes. Max brought that article in. Thank you. Yikes. Yikes. How long can Israel maintain pressure? I mean, Lee, I think they already have our support. Okay. I think that is actually already happening, and that's why he's the one thing you can, one of the tells that this guy has, one of the tells is that when he says something like, yeah, I know, support on the ground. When he says something like, you know, that mealy-mouthed answer that he just gave, well, I can't really talk about that. That means someone has told him, all you should say is you can't talk about it. Don't make anything up. Don't say anything weird. Just say you can't talk about it. That is literally the instruction that they planted in his head. And that's why he says that the way he says it and how he says it.
Coming in, I think we suggest, but you want to have people that you can talk to. You know, they don't talk to. Putin speaks to me. He doesn't speak to anybody else. He doesn't want to talk.
Okay, we're not doing that. We don't give a shit about that guy. Anyway, wow. All right. Well, I think that's about it for me for this morning. Something's up. The Air Force went bonkers this morning. They have a ton of planes flying towards Europe. Val, it's a joint practice gym, I believe. Found an article about it and posted on Twitter as a reply to some anonymous angry staffer. You're welcome, Grace. Thank you. Yeah. I don't wanna play with these guys anymore. wait, we need to have him hold. Let's see. Oops. Oh, darn it. I want to, oh, here we go. Stretch Armstrong. I want you to be right here. I want you guys to hold hands. We'll put you there. I'm going to kiss your shoulder. I want to kiss your shoulder, Stretch. I posted about that. Hell yes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, here we go. Yep. Gal's coming in hot, hot, hot with the news. Here we go. One of these days. One of these days. One of these days. Ah. Okay, here we go. All right. Oopsie. Okay. Hey, propagandists. Do better, Gal says. Atlantic Trident 25, a joint multinational exercise with Finnish, French, UK, and US forces to strengthen integration and improve combat readiness. Exercise dates, June 16th to 27th, includes KC-135 Stratotankers. So there's the link. So that's why nobody's going crazy. They're just practicing. That's all. But that's what we do here. We talk about what's happening and clarify. So thank you. I will. You guys rest up too. I've been a little quiet lately. My anxiety is off the charts, and I don't want to say, you know, Carla, I totally agree with you. I'll say all the crazy crap for you right now. How about that? I'll say all the crazy crap. No worries, darling. I got you. We're in this together. I know it doesn't feel like it all the time, but we are in this together. Yikes. Yeah, let loose. I'll listen to you, darling. Okay, and also tonight on Twitter, we are going to have a space, so that's at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow morning, Wake and Bake with Lolo again. 6:30 a.m. Pacific, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and then tomorrow night is Documentary Tuesday. And I can't remember what we decided we were going to watch, but I'll go back to our notes and figure it out. So, thank you for coming. Thanks for all the love and support this weekend. Most thanks for everyone for being so wonderful to Bobo. Oh, you know what, Gal? Wait, we should follow up on Signal. Okay, we'll follow up on Signal because I think we talked about making that later. So scratch that on the space, you guys. Look for announcements on the space because we may be changing a little bit of the timing on that. I forgot completely about that conversation, Gal. Thank you for reminding me because I know you're up against it with that. So we'll figure out. So scratch that on the space for now. Wait for me to post. I'll try to post everywhere where the space is and when it's going to be. And well, it certainly won't be earlier than that, so don't worry about it. And I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Okay. Bye. Stay sexy. Okay. Bye.